Let's shift to mental health now. Playing video games with friends and family is a great way to bond and spend time together, even decompress. But according to a new study, a growing number of players are actually avoiding certain games, blaming a toxic culture within some gaming communities.
And that's having a huge impact not only on individual players, but on the entire gaming industry. Joining us now to talk about this is Dr. Rachel Kowert, Research Director for the nonprofit mental health organization Take This. Dr. Kowert, good morning. Thanks for joining us today. And before we actually get to that study, which Take This produced along with Nielsen, if you could explain to us briefly what your initiative is all about and what your mission is.
Of course. We are the oldest mental health nonprofit in the gaming space, and we aim to destigmatize mental health challenges and provide mental health information and support to both game players and game makers.
So let's talk about this survey. According to the survey, it appears that toxic players are the core demographic of digital games. Your survey showed 7 out of 10 players avoid playing certain games because of the reputation of that game's communities. So what should we know about that? How concerning is this?
Yeah, toxic gamer cultures are often a topic of discussion among parents and game players alike. And there seems to be this assumption that it is the core demographic. But what we're finding with this work is actually most people won't stand for it. They will avoid games completely based on their reputation. They will spend less money and less time in places where toxicity is rampant.
That makes sense. And Doctor, many gamers, of course, are under the age of 18, and it seems like they're more likely to take action than older players against hate and harassment. And I'm curious why you think that is.
Yeah, I'm really encouraged that we found in our data that under 18 were less likely to spend money, they were less likely to stay, and they were more likely to avoid these communities. And I think it really speaks to a movement and a change that actually we don't want communities that are full of hate and harassment and cheating and all of these bad things. And so, yes, I'm encouraged that the younger players are the ones that are actually moving and shaking in this space.
So, Dr. Kowert, we know that toxic culture can have an impact economically on the gaming industry. Talk more about that.
Yeah, so really this study was about putting our money where our mouths are, because we talk a lot about the mental health impact of toxicity in games, which is a huge problem. It can lead to short-term to stress, to long-term, post-traumatic stress disorder symptomology. It's not something that's flippant. And so the fact that it's impacting the bottom line, I think, and I hope will get the attention of game makers, that we need to start refining the techniques that we already have in this space to make them less toxic.
All right, Dr. Kowert, thanks so much. Appreciate you having you on.
Thanks.